Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be an affordable makeup tutorial, perfect for this season because I know I'm having to crunch money over here and it's a usual thing around this time of year just because I'm buying presents and I'm doing a bunch of things. So I thought we still want to look flawless, but we just don't want to spend that much around this time of year. So this makeup tutorial is perfect for that. So if you guys would like to see this makeup look, then just keep on watching. So I have this bump that just showed up in this one. I don't understand. The show must go on though. So the first thing I'm going to do is apply foundation, and I haven't used this in a while, so I'm going to use the NYX Total Control Drop Foundation. I used the shade Golden because it was the closest shade that they had at the Ulta near me when I bought this months ago. But there are a lot of shades online that will probably match me a lot better, but you know. I'm just gonna drop this all over my face, and it's very runny, so you have to do that and then blend it in fast. And then make sure that you blend the foundation over your eyelids because that's what we're gonna use as the eyeshadow primer. You have to give this foundation a few seconds to kind of set, otherwise you'll keep just moving around the foundation because it's very liquidy. Now for concealer, I'm using a new concealer that I've never tried. It's not new, but I've never tried it. And it's the e.l.f. concealer. I threw away the box, so I don't know what kind of concealer it is, but it's a concealer. And I have it in the shade medium. I had a feeling this wasn't gonna be light enough. When I opened it out of the thing, I was like, that doesn't look that light, but it's okay. We're just going to use this as concealing and not brightening. But if you want the more highlighted look, then I would use a concealer that's maybe 1 or 2 shades lighter than your skin tone. But if you want the more natural look, then you can use a concealer that's your skin tone, or you can just bring the foundation all the way up underneath your eyes. And then to blend it in, I'm using the Sigma F64. My favorite brush to blend in concealer. It just gives such a flawless blend, and quickly too. Like I don't feel like I spend a whole lot of time blending in my concealer because of this brush. So this concealer really blended in very nicely. Like I think it looks super nice underneath my eyes. And I do have natural creases, so I expect it to kind of crease in those creases. But so far, it's not separating in those creases. Now for setting powder, I'm trying out a new one. I bought most of this stuff at Ulta, which is like a drugstore slash Sephora store. They have high-end brands and low-end brands. And so I ordered this actually online, the J.Cat Beauty Luxe Pro Powder in the shade Banana. It reminds me a lot of the Ben Nye Luxury Powder as far as the packaging. So I'm going to set it, and I really don't like this packaging because I have nowhere to put the powder except in my hand. And then it's like, what do you do with the rest of it once you've finished with it? That looks really nice. It did a really nice soft focus smoothing and glided on top of the little bit of pores I have right here in this area. And even though this powder has a banana shade to it, it really isn't brightening. It's kind of just setting on top of it. It's not changing the color of it. So this might be really good to be a all over setting powder. All over your entire face. And then, now what do I do with the rest of this powder? Oh, I could have put it in the lid. Duh. Whatever. I don't know what I'm doing today. All right, and then I'm going to contour. And I'm using the NYX Pro Contour Palette, and I'm using this shade right here. So for bronzer, I'm going to use another NYX product, and it's the matte bronzer in the shade Dark Tan. And I'm just going to use this to kind of blend out that contour shade and warm up the skin. For brows, I picked up this brow definer from Maybelline. It is from their Total Temptation line that's newer. For me, this kind of applicator dulls down really fast, so it doesn't give me sharp brows like my other pencils do. I have this in the shade medium brown, and you know what? Look at this thing. It's so small compared to other ones. Let me show you. I'm just so used to having one that looks like this. This is so much smaller. So I'm going to fill in my brows and then tell you guys what I think. So this brow pencil is actually really nice. I really like the formula of it, and the shade is spot on as far as like matching with my natural hair color. Medium brown is really nice of a shade. As far as the pencil formula itself, there's nothing wrong with it. I just don't really care for this type of applicator tip, and I just find that it kind of forces me to clean up my brows because it doesn't have a sharpness to it. So I'm going to go back in with the e.l.f. concealer and just put a little bit on the back of my hand and then just clean up my brows. So now we're going to move on to eyeshadow, and I'm just going to take, like I always do, my setting powder, whatever's left over on my brush, and then just set my eyelids. And for my eyeshadow, I actually bought something else from the Total Temptation line, and it is their shadow and highlight palette. They tell you on the back of the palette how you should use the shades. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm just going to show you guys how to do it based on what they tell you to do on the back. So they split it up down the middle. So this side you have to work with and this side you have to work with, but you can of course like mix and match both sides. So as far as the 1, 2, 3, 4, they're saying this is for the brow bone, lid, crease, and lash line. And then this is for an illuminator on your cheek. So, and then it would be the same thing on this side, brow bone, lid, crease, and lash line. And then this is for the highlight on the cheek. Because I work with warm shadows a lot, I'm actually going to show you guys the look with this side. It has more of a cool tone feel, and I think it'll give us a more smokier effect. I'm going to start with the number 1 shade, which was the brow bone highlights, and I'm actually going to pick it up with a large fluff eyeshadow brush, and this is from Sigma, the E50, and I'm going to just pick up that shadow. Ooh. I think I really just dug in there because a lot of powder kicked up right there. You can see it, but that's fine with me as long as the shadow performs really well. So let's see. Start at the brow bone, and then I'm gonna bring it all the way down on the lid. So it gives a matte highlight. You can see the difference from this eye to this eye. It doesn't have any shimmer or anything. So if you are needing to get your brows done, aka me, then a matte highlight is really nice to use as a brow bone because it doesn't really emphasize those hairs that you are needing to get rid of. So I think it looks really nice as far as a soft highlight. So I'm going to just mimic that on this side. Now for the lid shade, I'm going in with the shade number 2. Look at how much I got from 2 swipes. I did doop doop, and I got a lot on the brush. So let's see how intense it gets on the eye. It's pretty sheer, so let me try it with my finger. So it has a lot of shimmer in it, which is perfect for this time of the year, but you do have to build it up because it is a very sheer eyeshadow, and I would recommend using your finger and not a brush. Now with shade number 3, we're going to just work this into the crease, and this is just going to define it a bit. Okay, and then I'm gonna go back in with the shimmer and just add a bit more now that we've gotten that crease shade in there. And then for the lash line, I'm using this shade, which is shade number 4, and just smoke that using a definer brush. And this is a short shader, the E20. I'm actually gonna wing it out just a bit. So on the waterline, I'm going to use the Essence Kajal pencil in the shade white. And this was about $1, so let's see how it works in the waterline. That is really good for the price. It goes on pretty smooth. So I'm just going to add a bit of the black that we used on the top lash line down at the bottom. And then I'm going to put on these lashes from Eylure and Vegas Nay. They are the Grand Glamour lashes. Really, really pretty lashes. All right, for mascara, I'm going to use the L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise Mascara. I'm going to apply it to my lower lashes and on my real lashes up at the top to kind of blend them in with the false lashes. For lip liner, I'm going to use the NYX lip liner in the shade Espresso. And then for the lip color, I'm going to use the black Radiance Matte Lip Cream. The name of the lip color was on the plastic that was around it, so all I have is the number. It's 5403. So for the highlight, I'm going back into the palette and I'm using this pink one. So for the inner corner, I'm going to go back into the shimmer shade that we used on our lid, and just on a small brush. So I have everything completed, and I actually want to get back to the eyeshadow to just tell you guys my thoughts on it. So this eyeshadow palette, I would say, is a really nice eyeshadow palette if you're looking for that soft eyeshadow look. If you like more of those dramatic looks and you like a lot of pigmentation in your eyeshadows, then this may not be the eyeshadow palette for you. However, I really think that this eyeshadow look is perfect for the holidays. It's that really soft look. If you're not super advanced with makeup, then you can do this eyeshadow look and look flawless with it. This palette also has a lot of fallouts, and I really think that you can pick up a eyeshadow palette that has a lot of pigmentation in it. Use a fluffier brush to get a more sheer look like I've gotten here, so you can do two looks in one. Overall, I think the look that I came up with my eyes is just really pretty for the holidays, or really pretty in general. Throughout the entire year, you can wear this eyeshadow look. So this is the completed makeup look. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I promise I'll see you guys next time. Bye guys.